is District Semifinal Friday. Week 11 is all about booking trips to next week's district championships. That's the mission for all 27 of Minmo's remaining high school football teams, including these two. Blair Oaks and Tolton have not met on the gridiron in 7 years. That all changes tonight, though, with the spot in the Class 2 District 5 championship at stake. These two teams know how to light up the scoreboard. The Blazers averaging 36 points per game. The Falcons are putting up 56 points per outing. Get ready to see some fireworks in Wardsville. And boy, did the home team come out of the gates firing. QB1 calls his own number. Tyler Bax has got an open lane. Green grass ahead, white jerseys behind. He's into the land of 6 with about 2 minutes into this thing. 7-0 Falcons. And Bax was using those legs quite a bit out there. He keeps it himself again, throwing a mean little stiff arm here, staying on his feet. He gets Blair Oaks into prime position. And this team always capitalizes in the red zone. Brady Davkis powers his way into the barn for 6 more. Blair Oaks leads Tolton 14-zip. Fast start. Still first quarter, Falcons trying to put this thing away early. And my goodness, Bax can sling it too. He fires a strike right down the middle of the field to Brendan Rackers. Another touchdown as Blair Oaks takes a commanding 21-0 lead just the first 6 minutes. Skip to the second quarter. Head coach Ted LePage's defense was stifling the Blazers all night. Check this out. Gage Leffert comes in big time for the TFL. Tolton couldn't find its mojo on offense tonight. Meanwhile, the Falcons, well, they had plenty of mojo. Bax back to pass. He hits a wide open Hayden Lackman in stride. Goodbye. As Bax had himself a half, less than 2 minutes until the break. Look at this. Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch by Rackers for the score. Bax with 4 total touchdowns before half as the Falcons soar to a 49-0 win. Who's going to battle Blair Oaks in next week's district title game? 9-1 Centralia hosting 6-4 South Callaway. Panthers gonna hit the ground running here. Second play of the game, Rex Bryson hurdling and weaving through the Bulldogs defense, and he's gonna go 44 yards all the way back to his place. After a 2-point conversion, it is 8-0 Centralia, but the Dogs, they do bite back. Graydon Pontius tosses it to Colton Adrian, squeezes in from 2 yards out. 2-pointers no good. It's 8-6 Panthers. Home team with the football now. Bryson can't be stopped. He plowed through all that traffic. Gave the lead some cushion. It's 16-6, and it's all Centralia from there. Pontius looking for some momentum, but Oliver Bullmeyer says, "Oh, I'll take that from you, sir." He runs it all the way back for a pick 6. 22-6 Panthers, and later on, Ethan Ross getting on the action. Might as well. He makes a 35-yard house call. Panthers advance with a 52-12 win. Let's check the scoreboard now. Harrisburg dominates Marceline 44-14. Salisbury handles Fayette 58-8. Tipton overpowers Skyline 60-20. And Russellville defeats Colcamp 35-21. When it's win or go home, the events of the regular season often take a back seat, but that doesn't mean anyone forgets those events, especially when a rematch emerges on the calendar. Hickman and Helias met all the way back in week 2, ending with a 35-point Crusader win. But lots and lots has changed since then. The Cupes have clinched their best season in more than a decade, and the Satyrs remain one of the few undefeated teams still standing in this state. Helias trying to keep its perfect season alive, while Hickman hopes to have the last laugh against its CMAC foe, but the Satyrs waste no time setting the tone. Austin Weaver swimming in time, scrambles, and finds Jordan Sykes. Look at this, the man's rumbling down the sideline. He's gonna juke a man out. That's a 70-yard gain for Sykes. My goodness, they couldn't get him down. That's gonna lead to an easy score by Weaver from just a few yards out. And just like that, Helias up 7-0 at Ray Henshaw Stadium. And this Hickman team can score also. Watch this, folks. Hand it off to Prince Collins and let him do the rest. He is gone. A 71-yard run ties this district semifinal up at 7 points apiece. Do your thing, Prince Collins. And the Cube Dogs, they're not done. This was a fun game, guys. Braden Bursey back to pass. He's going to flip it to who else? It's Prince Collins, and he's in for a second score of the night. But Helias just manages to hang on for a 23-20 win. Well, that seals it. We will have a showdown between two 10-0 teams in the Class 6 District 6 Championship. ABC 17's Olivia Randolph joins us live from our state's capital tonight. Olivia, Helias will battle Blue Springs for a district title next week.
Yeah, Natalie, it was a I'm here with undefeated head coach, Coach Hinches. Now, Coach, just a couple weeks ago, me and you were here talking about how you guys were going to use the bye week for tonight's tough game. You know, how pleased are you with the execution of this team?
Well, I didn't think we played all that well tonight, but I think that had to do a lot more with how well Hickman played against us, you know, versus our week 2 matchup. I think they've really improved, and, you know, we had been playing pretty good football. And so we just weren't that sharp tonight, but again, I think Hickman had a lot to do with that. I thought their defense played outstanding. They had a great game plan for our offense, really slowed us down, really frustrated us. And, you know, their offense moved the ball as well, too. It was a great high school football game. I think all the fans left, you know, getting their money's worth. It came down to the end. It was exciting. We're just really happy to come out with a win.
You know, as we continue to get deeper and deeper into districts, you know, what is the message, what is the preparation that you give your guys this week to your guys?
Well, I mean, what I told them after the game, I said, congratulations on the win, but, you know, next week's got to be great. You know, you're playing for a Class 6 district championship. We've got to be perfect, you know, near perfect. Again, we had 2 great weeks of practice, and that's why I was a little disappointed, because I didn't think we played as sharp as what we had practiced. We had great practices, but, you know, next week we got to be on point. We got to get some kids healthy. We're missing a few kids tonight, and, you know, was surprised, you know, looking forward to watching that tape to see how Blue Springs beat Blue Springs South, because I don't think many people expected that, but that means we get to host the district championship game, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, that just led me into my next question. You know, you guys are able to play at home. You know, what does that mean for you and your seniors to be able to be right here at home in the home court advantage, pretty much?
Well, you know, I think it's always great to host a home playoff game. You know, you have the home crowd. It's a little bit easier when you're talking about logistics, you know, having to get out of school early and, you know, a long bus trip to the Kansas City area. And there's just a lot that goes with road trips. And, you know, we prefer to be at home, and we're fortunate enough we get that opportunity next week.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Olivia Randolph, ABC 17 Sports.
Thank you, Olivia. Capital City aiming to move one step closer to its first ever district title, facing Glendale in the semifinals. Early on, Cavs up 7-0. They're in the red zone again, and Evan Schaefer sneaks this one in to get his team up 14-zip. A quick 4-and-out gets the ball back to Cap City, and here comes Mr. Reliable, Jalen Thomas. Yeah, nice and easy into the land of 6. All Cavaliers early on. Later, it is now 24-7. Glendale's looking for some juice, trying to get something going. Somehow, Joel Rover gets to the Cavalier front and breaks loose. He makes this thing a ball game, but Cap City does run away with it in the second half. 45-21, the final. Back to the scoreboard now. Lebanon advances past Camdenton, 62-28. Smith Cotton gets shut out by Raytown, 35-0. Hannibal hammers Mexico, 48-0. Sullivan gets past Union tonight, 28-21, and Cleaver chops down St. James, 28-13. Southern Boone and Moberly have treated fans to some nail-biting playoff games in pretty recent memory, and tonight, the Eagles and Spartans meet again. More highlights and scores coming up next.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five. Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
At First State Community Bank, our business customers aren't just clients. They're part of our community.
Working with FSCB doesn't feel like just a bank. It feels like working with friends.
The FSCB team is always helpful and responsive. Everyone is eager to make sure we get the help that we need.
When you bank with FSCB, you're not just supporting a bank. You're investing in a relationship that fosters growth for your business. Join us at FSCB, where personalized service and expert advice are just the beginning.
Before the sun comes up and long after it sets, ABC 17 News and Storm Track Weather keep working for you, gathering the information your family needs to take on the day, alerting you to breaking news and health and safety concerns in our area, plus tracking the latest weather conditions to help you plan ahead. It's everything you need to know from the team you trust most. ABC 17 News and Storm Track Weather, where the news comes first.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
This segment of ABC 17 News is sponsored by Steve's Pest Control. Now you've got a friend in the pest control business. Steve's Pest Control.
Welcome to Ashley's biggest sale of the year. During the Black Friday event, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide or pay 0% interest for 60 months. And Friday through Monday, veterans and active military personnel can take up to an extra 10% off. Only at Ashley's Black Friday event.
Through and through, DeLong's as a whole, the people of it are why I show up every day. We have a great atmosphere. It's fun to come to work. DeLong's is always looking out for you, so you got a work-life balance. Their pension plan and profit sharing plan here is a big help for when you retire. You know, the things that I do every day makes a big impact in our community.
It really does make me feel good knowing that I'm doing something that has a direct impact.
And we put our heart into it. We really make sure everything's done right, sure everything's perfect.
You tried to be perfect. You really did. You got up early, you ate healthy, drank more water, you read the right books. You did it all. But it still fell apart because you're not perfect. What if instead you set perfect aside and just focus on getting better? And all of a sudden, 300 tiny betters later, life looks a whole lot different, a whole lot better. Welcome to Burrell. Welcome to better.
There are two schools of thought when it comes to buying a new vehicle.
You gotta look them in the eye. Bruh, just do it on your phone.
With Jim Butler FastPass, I took care of all the trade-in and financing paperwork online first, and they were all ready for me to sign and drive when I showed up.
Firm handshake.
Just make it easy, for real. Guys, you're both right. With Jim Butler FastPass, I get modern convenience and personal service.
Old school trust.
New school speed.
That's why.
Jim Butler is the FastPass powerhouse.
Welcome to Ashley's biggest sale of the year. During the Black Friday event, shop trending hot buys starting at just $1.99. Or take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months. The Ashley Black Friday event, going on now.
Welcome back. Southern Boone and Moberly, not really a common mid-mo matchup, but boy, do they make their meetings count. The Eagles and the Spartans have only met on the football field twice in the last decade. Both games were playoff games, and both were decided by just 7 combined points. Another thriller is all that separates these two teams from a Class 3 District 4 championship berth. The Spartans hope to make it 3 straight district finals in a row, but Southern Boone looking for its first trip past the second round since 2018. What a shot! A beautiful shot. Both teams force a first possession punt, no score. The Eagles will get a great opportunity. Moberly mishandles the snap, tries to recover, but can't. Southern Boone ball on the 7. And it's easy pickings from there. Mason Shear right up the middle, and the keeper, number 9, grabs the first 6 of the game. Moberly's response took the rest of the quarter, but it was well worth it. Jaron Tidings connects with Ethan Land to the open the second quarter. Spartans finally on the board. We're tied at 7. Southern Boone forced a punt on their response drive, but in case the first one wasn't enough for you, how about another block punt? This time, Jaden Sharp gets through, the big D lineman, giving some extra love to his home fans. And folks, it paid off. Spartans get it done, 28-17. The final tonight, 7-win Booneville, 8-win Clinton. This is a good one. Clashing for a ticket to the Class 3 District 7 championship game. Pirates gonna get on the board first on their home turf, but a big 4th down play here as Clinton's gonna look to try to respond. But check this out. The Booneville defense is a brick wall, yet getting past a massive stop to set the tone in this one. Pirate offense back with the football now after that big play. Tatum Huff rolls out and lifts one up to a wide open Quincy Hobbs in the end zone. Just like that, Booneville up 13-0. Let's skip to the second quarter now. Home team wants a little breathing room here. Alex McDonald says, I can do that for you guys. He goes full extension for 6. And after a strip sack, Booneville has a chance for a 3-score lead. How about it? And yeah, they're gonna do it nice and easy here. Huff floats it near the sideline where Landon Cons makes a toe tap catch. Booneville shellacks Clinton tonight, 39-7. Last check of the scoreboard now. Osage crushes Hallsville 63-19. Montgomery County tops Herman 44-7. Monroe City beats Palmyra 34-8. Brookfield defends home turf against Macon 38-7. And North Shelby pounds Paris 50-20.